A magnificent investment. Those are the words of Lord Dighton today on the proposed high-speed rail link between Birmingham and London. He'd come to the Midlands to push the business case for HS2, which latest research says will create 50,000 new jobs.
Opponents, though, say the former banker who brought the Olympics to London will be an atrocious waste of public money and will ruin the countryside. Well, Sarah Falkland is at the old Curzon Street station in Birmingham, where the new rail link would terminate. Sarah, Lord Dighton very enthusiastic then about HS2.
Extremely, yes. He said HS2, which of course would come in directly behind me, was perhaps the most exciting thing happening in Britain at the moment. To talk things up, he's extremely good at it, and as Commercial Secretary to the Treasury, incidentally, he's also got the job of bringing new nuclear power stations to Britain. So nuclear power stations, HS2, make the most of those. Which one could be the most controversial? Certainly high-speed rail has caused a storm of protest. The countryside or the city, who will win on HS2? It's claimed that high-speed rail will add £4 billion to the West Midlands economy every year. But what price on the countryside, say those against it?
These figures have simply been invented to make HS2 sound better. If they were real, they'd have been saying this since 2010.
Lord Dighton has the job of convincing everyone that HS2 will be a great thing for Britain. He got his peerage for what he did on this, and he says HS2 will do for the Midlands economy what the Olympics did for London.
Birmingham is right at the heart of it, and really the job of the task force I've brought together is to make sure we maximise the benefits that we can get out of this magnificent investment.
But just last week, the Institute of Directors said that HS2 at a cost of £80 billion is grand folly, with no guarantees it'll benefit the economy. The chairman of the Public Accounts Committee has gone on record as saying it's ludicrous. This was her tackling the Department of Transport's permanent secretary about costs.
All the costs are moving in the wrong direction, is that correct? Costs are going up, benefits are going down.
So I will ask David to say a bit more about this.
So back to that $4 billion a year and a promise of at least 50,000 new jobs for the region. Can we believe those figures?
Have a look at what happened across Europe and what has happened along the lines of the high-speed rail network in France and Germany. The economic gain issues are there and proven.
Passengers going through Birmingham's Moor Street station, though, this morning weren't convinced it's a good idea at all.
I don't know whether all the upheaval will be worth it in the end.
I come from London about every month for a meeting. I don't have an issue with the hour and 20 minutes or half an hour it takes.
I think it would be too much impact on the environment.
Sweeping in like a silver wave, this is what the new Curzon Street station could look like. Businesses, the task force says, need to ride with the opportunities HS2 will bring. Campaigners say the wave might turn out to be just a ripple and won't be worth the destruction of the countryside.